Hey, welcome to Yoga with Lani. We'll be doing a nice gentle stretch today. So grab your block. The link is below on where you can get it. This just helps to give us a little bit more support because we're not looking to get as deep and juicy as we can. We're looking to just hold and decompress and lengthen, and this is where we restore. I get it. I know that it's really tough for some of us type A's to not do anything. I just had a client the other night and he was like, wait, am I supposed to be doing something because I'm not doing anything? And I'm like, yeah, don't do anything. And he's like, but, and I'm like, I know, I get it, that in first world countries we can't understand where a benefit comes when we don't do anything. We don't heal in beast mode. We don't heal when we're fiery and sweaty and twisting and stretching and like going past that mental point where it's really uncomfortable and we want to give up. That's incredible, and that's a great way for us to like be able to deal with stress better and to detoxify the body. But in order for us to restore and to heal, which I'd say our human struggle is to be able to quiet the mind and have a stillness and a silence, right? We have to practice that physically, and then that's where just the body is this incredible machine that's meant to heal itself, but we kind of stop it. We do stop it, actually. We sabotage it. We do the things that we know we shouldn't do, but we feel like that would be the best choice. So we're going to slow it down, giving you a loving push to find that nice, calm stillness. Grab your block, and we're going to start in a supported hero's pose. So if you don't need the block, cool. Let your bum come between the feet, not sitting on the feet. We're just going to get those knees nice and open. So we'll face palms up. Going to hold for a bit, get into our breathing, drop the shoulders, lift the chest, connect thumb and pointer finger, close the eyes. Big breath in through nose, out through mouth. Breathe in. Exhale. 2 more. Breathe in. 1. Seal the lips. 3 Ujjayi breaths. Come from deep in your belly. Feel the fingers, rub them together. Keep that dynamic stretch where we're dropping through the shoulders but lifting through the chest. For 2. For 1. Go for Kumbhaka, which is a holding the breath at the top. Inhale. Pause. Drop the shoulders, lift the chest, relax the front of the neck. Take that energy from the belly and get it light all the way up. Up, up. Exhale through the nose. Ujjayi breath. Inhale. Exhale, Kumbhaka at the bottom. All the air comes out, hold. Pull the belly in. Pelvic floor on, the muscle you'd use to stop going to the bathroom, and just slowly take that energy up from the belly all the way up behind the heart, neck, face, top of the head. Inhale, nice smooth breath. Exhale. One more set, Kumbhaka, breathe in. Pause, drop the shoulders, relax the neck. Your belly is big and full of air like a kid. 3, 2, and 1. Nice smooth breath through the nose. Breathe in. Kumbhaka to the bottom. Pause, pull the belly in. pelvic floor on. So from the 0 point, the moolah, it's just the lowest part of the belly, pulling up as delicately as you would move a spider web, just slowly pulling that energy up, getting nice and light. For 2, all the way up to the head. For 1, inhale, nice smooth breath. Exhale. 3 more Ujjayi breaths. Connect to your body. If you're outside, maybe you can feel the sun or the wind, hear the birds. We're focusing on our breath, giving the face as much softness that we can. We want the body and the mind to connect. When we're split, it's like Peter Pan when he's separate from his shadow. The mind and body aren't supposed to be 2 separate entities, and I know that like traditionally that makes sense and we can accept that and digest it like, yeah, of course. Why would it be split? That's weird. But 99% of the time we are split from our body. When the mind is not in the body, we cannot heal. We cannot restore. So keep bringing your mind and body and meshing them together like Peter Pan and his shadow when they get sewn together. We're looking for the greatest benefit. We're looking for healing. We're looking to restore. Keep your mind in your body. That means that you're not in the past or the future. Pretty simple, but pretty radical. And we'll slowly blink the eyes open. Keep the block underneath the bum. Bring soles, I'm just going to turn it lengthwise. Soles of the feet together. Inhale, lift up for butterfly pose, and on the exhale, we'll slowly fold forward. Now we're looking to hold this pose for a bit of time. So I don't want you to get into the deepest pose and after 1 second be like, okay, I'm done. Find a pose that you can even grow in. So we don't go to our edge. That means you're at like a 50% of what you can actually get into. Shoulders relaxed. Knees and hips are open, and just start to let your body respond. I always visualize my body as like this flower blooming once I get the blood to it and the breath to it and my attention, so I'm not split. My mind and my body are both in the same place. The tension in my mind, the attention is in my body. And then once I can be really sure that I'm present and I can feel, right, depends if you've done a workout before, you'd be able to go a bit deeper. So don't ever focus on what you look like or how deep you go. It's just how do you feel right now, and then take it to that place. It's always changing. It's always different. I would never ever possibly be like, oh, I can do this every single time, so this is what I'm going to do every single time. That's just a complete disconnection and a denial in the body. We take what feels nice right now. We relax. We're just looking for a softening, an essence that's really gentle and smooth. And as you close your eyes, I want you to just kind of let your breath move and flow through your entire body. So even though we're not moving, our breath is ever moving. So that same flowy that we do in Vinyasa with the physical body, I want you to connect to that with your breath during our yin. So we should start to feel the body responding like a flower blooming, opening up, and in comfortable position. I don't want you holding your breath or being like, ow, ow. That's not comfortable, so don't put yourself in that situation. 3 more breaths. And we'll slowly rise, gently take the time, slowly lifting up. Good. We'll move the block over to one side. Feet come forward. Let's get all the fleshy goodness out from under the bum. Inhale, lift up. And on the exhale, just wiggle the toes, letting that blood flow from the hips all the way down the legs. Inhale. And we'll just go for a nice gentle fold. So you're welcome. This is a great one for the block. You can relax your head on it. So that way you're not holding anything up. So just putting the block on the shins. You're always welcome to grab a pillow and put that one on top if you're feeling like you can come a bit deeper. Then we'll bring the block on layer 2. And of course you can go layer 1, but we want to sort of get out of that like type A competitive performance. Like I'm pretty stretchy. I was a gymnast, started at a really young age. So the yin is like, as humans, we always crave more of what we have too much of. So people that are really like high energy love coffee, right? People that are really low energy, like downers, are really quiet. So we always kind of crave what we have too much of. So finding that balance on a physical level, this is just so important for us to heal the body. But my Vinyasa chicks, give yourself the okay. Like tell yourself it's okay to just chill. And remind yourself of the benefits. This is where I replenish my energy. So the incredible thing is, this makes our Vinyasa practice stronger. This makes, I know for me, my booty gains stronger. It would be really gnarly if the way that we healed was like kicking our ass. That would be tough, but it's actually this gift that the way that we heal is by just taking a break, and gently stretching, finding our stillness. I want your neck and shoulders to be completely soft and relaxed, no tension. And we're melting, so keep your mind in your body. Don't let it split like Peter Pan in his shadow. Keep it together. Better get out that needle and thread and sew the feet together. Come back to the present moment. Watch your breath. Wiggle your toes if you have to. I find a nice exhale breath brings me back to my body quite fast. 4 more. Stay connected. Take your time. Slowly come up and out of the pose. We'll make our way onto our back. Both feet planted. So we'll lift right leg and you can grab behind the thigh, behind the calf. If you can grab your foot, straighten that leg, but remember we're not looking to do this crazy split. Like for Instagram, yeah, I'd have my toes all the way to the floor. But is Instagram where we heal? Shit, no, it's not. So let's find the long restoring length. Let's just get out of all that crap and out of all the things that we think we should, that we need, that what we look like, the comparison, the judgment, especially of ourselves. And let's just breathe. It should be really nice and relaxing. Watching your breath gives this incredible, weightless, connected feeling. My favorite thing when I get new badass Amazon chicks into the yoga, into the group, is they're so like excited about how great they feel after. It's like, oh, I feel so light. I felt my body, like I feel so peaceful. I just feel really grateful for my life. Like I'm nicer to my husband or my partner. I'm a better mom. And it's just taking that time to connect. It's not losing weight. It's not getting hotter or having someone tell you that you're enough. It's taking these small little moments to connect, to take that, all of that energy out of the mind, the the addiction that we have to thinking, the turmoil that our mind takes us to again and again, those same awful moments. We learn how to just shut that off like a switch. And now we're in the present moment and we're like, yeah, man, the sun's shining. Like, why are you happy? I'm happy because I woke up today and I'm alive, right? Whereas when we're not present, I'm so unhappy. I don't have the money. I didn't get what I wanted. They were mean to me. But we just completely find the shift in where happiness comes from. It's now coming from within. It's such a beautiful thing to just let all that heavy crap go and get light. 2 more breaths. And 1. So we'll slowly bend the right knee. I'm just going to turn this way because I'm cueing this one that I find is confusing for people. Right knee is into the chest. We're going to roll onto the belly. Keep the right knee bent. So if you want a lot, the right knee is really high up to the shoulder. If you want less, you just drop the knee. You can use your block as a pillow if you'd like, or your hands as a pillow. You can bring right cheek to mat or left cheek to mat, just kind of feeling what works best for you. I like to make a pillow with my hands and then put my forehead on top and just let those hips open up. Remember, hips are working all day. Every time we're sitting, running, moving, hips really are involved in every part of our day, because it's not only when we're, super active. The hips are totally involved. Like, I feel like I've gotten the worst hip pain from not doing anything, from sitting. How hard is it on the hips to just sit? Ugh. The motorbike rides just make my hips grumpy, but I freaking booty gains and make me lifting all this heavy. Like, my hips feel great. So we really need to nurture these hips because they're really taking a slamming. And then they're also connected to our emotional space, meaning when we feel that heavy tension and the stress, it really easily goes into those hips. And we're used to sort of looking for that in our neck. Like, I think it's quite common for people to be like, oh, I'm stressed out, my neck hurts, I need a massage. But we're not as educated to realize that that's what's going on in our hips as well. So this nice gentle stretch is just a way for us to let all that tension kind of move through. We're not fighting it. We're not wishing it wasn't there. We're having an acceptance and just like giving it the space and the intention and the rest it needs. Because we love our hips. We want them to give us strength and help us in our handstands and our splits and all the other intense stuff we do. They need a break. They need to be nurtured. Watch your breath. 4 more. We'll just slowly lift the head. Gently make our way on to the back. And both feet come into the chest, left leg to the sky, grabbing behind the leg wherever feels comfortable. Not worrying about if you should be somewhere. If shoulders and head are off the mat, then you're grabbing too high on the leg, or find a rebend in the right foot. Shoulders press into the mat, chin is tucked, and you don't ever need to compare yourself to anyone. It's not like I'm the stretchiest person in the world, but I'm pretty stretchy because I started stretching at a young age. So if you're like, dear God, what is she doing? How does she And you don't need to compare. I've been doing this for a long time, so for me, this is something that my body just naturally goes into. So you take, pardon me, the position that your body naturally goes into, and that's enough. It shouldn't be hectic. It shouldn't hurt. I want you to, again, channel that breath moving through the whole body, just like our body does in the Vinyasa. And now our breath gets to be this fluid movement representing the feminine energy. It's really easy to kind of say like, oh, well, I can be really feminine when I'm, wearing this or in this certain situation, but I lose it because when I'm doing weights or when I have to like stand up for myself, then I have to lose it. And we can always connect to that essence because we learn to start in the physical, sure, if we're channeling our body in that really sensual physical way, yeah. We learn how to be able to connect to that space and soften and come into situations, of course, strong. Women, we're badasses, we know we're strong, but coming from that feminine, compassionate place. So I want you to practice that now, although we're not moving in our feminine flow. You can have the essence of your breath connect to your feminine energy, smooth, fluid, just like we do with our body on the outside. 2 more breaths. And 1. And then we'll slowly bend the leg. You might want to scooch over to the left side of the mat so your body's still on the mat. We'll roll over to the right. Knee stays bent. Come on to the belly. Again, if you want more, the knee will just come higher up. You want less, the knees lower down. I like to make a pillow with my hands and just relax. So just straight away, softening in the face and in the neck. Watching your breath. Not feeling like you're lazy because you're not doing anything. Isn't that crazy? I remember I started in Vinyasa flow yoga and I took one yin and I was like, yeah, I didn't even feel like I was going to throw up. Like, what was the point of that? Like, I was so missing the point. And we're so tough on ourselves and we don't give ourselves a break and we do everything for everyone else and we run ourselves into the ground and then we get sick and hurt and we have nothing left to give when all we needed to do was take 20 minutes. Sit in stillness. My favorite thing that my Buddhist teacher Thich Nhat Hanh says, he says that we must look deeply. So see if in this pose, if you can deeply watch. So we're in a state of like alert stillness. Try and see what that feels like to you to deeply watch. Three more breaths. Totally immerse yourself and completely accept the stillness and just be. And nice and gentle, like this move right here was like the peak in a ballet performance. So calm and connected, like you're so proud of this pose, like you're cherishing it. We'll make our way back onto the back, coming onto the center of the mat. Both knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Just gently rock side to side. Realigning your spine so shoulders stay grounded. See if you can, as you come to the right, you pull that length on the left side on the back. And then as you come to the left with shoulders grounded, you feel that lengthening on the low back on the right. 2 more. Breathing. Coming to the right. Left. Last set. Back to center. Let's find a happy baby pose. Bend the legs, grab the outside or inside edges of the feet. So you don't want the feet forward. It's like, I used to fly my little sister like this, so it's like a half Dirty Dancing lift. And feet are facing up, knees are coming toward the ground, thighs are framing the body. Nothing too crazy. We already know what it's like to connect to that space that's calm. Right, that we're finding that opening like a flower blooming, but no struggle, no chaos, no dramas. Soften the face, and if your shoulders are up by the ears, just pull them down. Remember that length. Shoulders pulled down toward the hips and then apart. Left shoulder to the left, right shoulder to the right. 2 more breaths. And 1. And release the feet. Pull knees into the chest, close the eyes, breathe in. On the exhale, pull forehead into the knees and squeeze tight for 3, 2, and 1. And slowly lower the head down. Final Shavasana. You can grab your block, put it underneath your knees if you'd like. You can grab pillows and just kind of line them up. This just gives the back a bit more support. Palms face up, feet fall apart, soft behind the eyes and soft neck. Let's take a breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Give it a sound, a cooing sort of omi breath. In. Don't be shy, give it a go. Let it rip. 1 more. Settle into your final Shavasana. Keep your mind and body together. Don't let them split apart. The magic only happens when they're united, when they're connected. That's a great thing to be aware of if you feel like you just can't shake something that's happened, you can't get something out of your head. You're having low energy, you're feeling anxiety. Have a check-in and figure out if your mind is in the present moment in your body, or if you have had the mind in the past all day, or worrying about something in the future. This is where we get really creative. Have you ever seen somebody that's so amazing, it almost looks like they have like some extra superpower moving through them? I see that when I watch pro surfers. I'm like, that is insane. When I watch professional dancers, when I've seen people play instruments, guitar, it's almost like there's this like godlike, universal, like magical, angelic power coming through them. And it is, right? Us as humans, like, we're not that tough, man. We get like sick, right? We're born. We have the end of our life cycle, which is death. We don't need to be afraid to talk about that. That's another intention we'll talk about. We get cut, we get paper cut, right? We're not these crazy immaculate beings, but when we settle into the present, this crazy power drops in and gives us this like insane, like superpower is the only way that I could phrase it. And if you hear anybody that has this intense, incredible, magical, amazing gift, they'll all say it. So that creativity is not the humanness, right? That's the ego. Like, oh, I'm so good, I'm so much better. Nah, we're not going to get into that immaculate, magical stage when our ego is running the show. We find this like incredible higher power, strength, beauty, grace. When we let that drop in, it's what all my healers say. They're like, it's not me, like I didn't save you, right? I just kind of open up and let that universal guidance come in. And I feel that heaps of times. It's not me. I'm really good at kind of listening. I'll just open up and be like, right, come through me. Whatever needs to happen, I'll say it. I'll cue it. I'll do it. It ain't me. We find this presence and then something magical drops in. 3 more breaths. Start to awaken the body with gentle wiggles, little circles. And on the inhale, slowly bring your arms up and over your head. Neck is relaxed. And on the exhale, bring your knees into your chest, nice and slow. And on the inhale, fetal position. Bottom arm is a pillow. Before you go any further, ensure that your mind and body are both here now. That means you can hear my voice, you can watch your breath, you're aware of the sounds going on. You are present. And with the eyes closed on the inhale, slowly make your way to seated position. Bring hands to heart, thumbs to chest. Drop shoulders, lift chest, relax your neck, your jaw, behind your eyes, and your face. We'll seal our practice by chanting the word Om together 1 time. Breathe in. Our intention today is to not let ourselves split, not like Peter Pan in a shadow, but stay connected. Be one. Let that creative magic drop in from a power that's greater than we could ever imagine. On the inhale, thumbs to the third eye, lift chest. Smile if it feels nice, feel hands pressing together. And on the exhale, bow forward as we seal our practice by saying, Namaste.